Namaste, angels. Thank you for joining, liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. This is my astrological reading for the sign of Scorpio. It's the first one I've done in a long time because I don't do astrological readings on my channel, which is really why I often wonder why I have so much like competition and hate out there. I'm like, we don't even do the same thing. What are you mad at me about? But that's another story. I had gotten sort of, I don't want to say behind, but like under the gun. Like I was always pressed, for time and stuff. And that's finally eased up. And so I had committed myself to doing a bunch of videos that you guys have been asking me to do, and some others that you haven't asked me to do that I was volunteering to do, with astrological readings not honestly being at the top of the list, to keep it 100. But I realized this weekend, or a couple of days ago actually, today's the 26th, it was the 24th, that this person commented on my general reading that they had left my channel for like a year because they thought that it was for divine beings. Well, it is for divine beings. They thought it was for twin flames, like you had to be partnered. So that is not the case. And this reading, or in all of the zodiacal readings, the astrological readings that I've done, are for any and all beings, of and entities of positive vibes that want to come and tune in and join us and, support and help to keep my vibration up. If there's other entities out there, the ancestors, whatever, they want to join, as long as they're of the light and of the positive vibe. Each and every person is welcome. Being is welcome to watch this reading. So I hope you guys enjoy. Scorpio, you have the most lit reading so far, spread, in terms of love, of any other sign. Any other sign. You are, the 8th sign of the zodiac? So the 8th one that I'm doing, is that right? I think so. And yeah, okay, so I already showed you. Let me slow down. I'm like all hype and everything, like a real Knight of Swords. All right, so the way that I'm going to be doing these, and this is the first and last time that I'm going to talk. Like, when I come back in 2 weeks, I'm just going to go straight to the reading because you're going to know what I'm doing already. But, since this is our first one, I'm going to be using oracle cards for your oracle messages, and I'm going to be doing these 4 card spreads. One that represents you, like most directly your energy, surrounding, so like maybe the people, your friends, your family around you, so maybe indirectly affecting you and your energy. This is work and finance, and this is love and romance, and of course this is an overall energy, and all these are like overall energies because I've already pre-laid. Although I haven't looked at them, I'm going to be seeing them for the first time when you do. I've already pre-laid the cards. For anybody who is new to my channel and is unfamiliar and is like, oh, the pre-laid card, she's not shuffling or whatever. This is only in the interest of time for this reading. For these zodiacal readings, these astrological readings, I'm going to be doing it like this. But I've been shuffling live on camera long before most, I promise you. And you can go back to my old videos. I have over 1,900 videos on YouTube, and you can go back to my old videos from early 2016, and you will see me shuffling and doing the whole reading recorded live, everything in front of the camera. So if you want to see that, in order to become more comfortable with me and or my channel, please do check out, like my general weekly reading, my weekly love reading, and you will see me shuffle. But for these, they're going to be pre-laid. But again, I'm going to be new to what's here, just like you are. So your first oracle card, or the overall energy of your first oracle deck, which is my angel therapy cards, is Twin Flame. The answer to your question involves a spiritually based romantic relationship. Underneath it, also upright, is parents. So your parents... I'm going to start jumping all over the place. I knew it. Your parents may have been somebody who was in your ear. Mother, father, both. Or somebody else that you respect, some sort of authority in your life. Father figure, mother figure. And, somebody to which you feel you owe some sort of allegiance, or you have to respect their opinion, and maybe even date who they suggest or want you to. And some people are into like still practice arranged relationships and marriages. It could even be something like that, and you're not happy with the person that you're with, or you're not happy with the job that you're doing. Maybe it's what your parents wanted you to do. You're not happy with it. Your life purpose just feels unfulfilled, and your soul just feels unfulfilled, not happy. And the Two of Swords can definitely be about partnership and relationship. All twos can. And in particular, the Two of Swords can be about like you not making a decision and taking action in your life because you're worried about what other people might have to say. And maybe in this case, your parents, because again, this parents card was right underneath the twin flame relationship, and you do have an overall energy of the Two of Swords in reverse, which is about, or can be about, finally like deciding to sort of throw caution to the wind and do your own thing and switch shit up, be happy. Be happy making choices and taking action the way that you feel divinely guided to do. And okay, check this out now, because I didn't know this either until I picked this up. Underneath this Two of Swords in reverse is the King of Cups in reverse. This is your energy, Scorpio. Masculine or female, or feminine, male or female, heterosexual or straight, or any of the other sexualities, doesn't matter, right? We're all androgynous at the soul level. We all have an inner masculine and feminine archetype, but this is more likely than a female is male. When the king shows up, but it can be a female, and it can be a feminine female too. This is your energy, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, represented by the King of Cups. And court cards are often actual people in our lives. In this case, again, it's yourself. Behind it is another card in reverse. It's the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Four of Pentacles represents earth energy. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. I'm mentioning Virgo first because your cards are different from Virgo's, but have a lot of the same meanings. And some of them are the same, actually. The same cards that Virgo got. So, and I said in the Virgo reading, I said, I feel like somebody is like a Virgo Pisces or Virgo Scorpio who's watching this, and maybe a few of you, or a Virgo that's dealing in a relationship with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, in that order, I think I said. And it's funny that you guys ended up with like the same card. So if you are, like a Scorpio sun, Virgo moon or something, definitely check out the Virgo reading too. Or if you're dating or interested in a Virgo, definitely check that one out, because this could be your month or your 2 weeks. This could be you guys' time, this 2 weeks. But the Four of Pentacles in reverse, I talk about the Four of Pentacles in a way that I tend to describe it easiest, first focusing on like work, right? So, when you have a job and you don't like your job, you don't like the people there, they don't like you, you really wish you could quit, do something else, but you feel sort of stuck, devil, you feel sort of stuck, and you also feel like it pays the bills. So I'm okay with it. I'm doing it, again, I'm not happy overall, and I don't like these people, and they don't like me, and I hate coming here every day, but it pays the bills. So similarly, we can have relationships like that too, where it's like, I'm over this, I'm bored, we don't. There was a song by this group called Drew Hill. I know a lot of you are younger than me, but it was called We're Not Making Love Anymore. We're not even trying to change. Like, we're just going with the flow, which is not a good flow. We're not making love no more. We're not even trying to change. Tell me how it slips away. Does it ever stay the same? No. It's like, it doesn't stay the same. Things evolve. People evolve. If we don't, we might as well not be here anymore. We might as well be dead. Sometimes, unfortunately, we evolve away from one another. Well, I don't even want to say unfortunately. It's part of the process. Sometimes we evolve away and apart from one another, period. Wholly unfortunately. Some relationships are only meant for a season. And so, where the Four of Pentacles is concerned in relation to a job, yeah, it's time for you to start looking for a new one. Yes, it pays the bills and you're managing, but it's time for you to go someplace where you will be happy. With regard to a relationship, is the same thing. Yes, you're getting by. Maybe you guys are raising children or maintaining a home, you're paying bills together, so, that's working. But if you're not happy and you're not growing together, you're stifling one another, then that's unhealthy. And that sort of diminishes your quality of life even, and prevents you from fulfilling your soul's purpose. So it's time to either have a talk and fix the relationship. The song talks about that too. We don't even talk no more. We're not even trying to change. And that's what the Four of Pentacles means to me. It's like holding on to those negative things when we really just need to, again, if we want to maintain the relationship, we want to repair the relationship, then we need to talk and we need to fix it. And if we're not interested in that, then we need to separate. We need to walk away. And the same thing goes for other situations in our lives, like work. We need to separate ourselves from our job, which means we need to quit. We need to start looking for a new job. We need to go into business for ourselves, whatever it is you're wanting to do. And sure enough, the next card, I could go do this all day, picking up these cards, but the next card is in fact the Queen of Pentacles upright. King of Cups and the Two of Swords. All right, so I didn't even finish what I was doing up here. The overall energy for the hashtag creepy deck, what I call the hashtag creepy deck, is destiny. And it's sitting here next to twin flame, which, twin flame relationships or divine unions are destined. They're of the universe. So it's like a karmic situation. Not karmic as in, negative and derogatory the way that the term has come to be used, but karmic in its true definitive meaning. Of the universe, containing a lesson. Could be our happiest, most loving relationship ever is a karmic relationship, whether you want, you're aware of that or not. Also, deservingness came up, not just in the form of a card, but I had talked about Virgo not feeling deserving kind of at length. And then sure enough, I think it was for the feminine, I don't really recall which, and I'm pretty sure it was the advice though, and I think it was the feminine. Deservedness actually came up this card. You guys have it as an overall energy. You are a beloved child of God like everyone else, and you deserve to receive the support that will allow you to focus upon your divine life purpose. Even if you can't yet recognize that your own lovable qualities, trust that God and the angels can see how amazing you truly are, and that you're trusting that because then you can take the next step to believe that they're guiding you toward, again, your soul's purpose. Whether we're talking about employment or social life or romantic life, they're guiding us toward our soul's purpose. And I'm feeling in relation to this spread and the card deservingness that a lot of you are feeling. For example, again, let's say you followed along with what your parents wanted you to do for a living because you don't really feel deserving to go and live out this dream of your own. You just feel like you're stuck and trapped in this traditional, by their traditional values and ideologies with which you were raised, and you have to do it that way. Or, you settled for a relationship that you didn't really want because you didn't feel deserving of the one that you would like to have, or the person, maybe you had somebody particular in mind, you didn't feel deserving of them. And so you settled for some other relationship, and now you're unfulfilled as a result. When I pick this up, also up right behind it, is obstacles and blocks are lifted. All your good personal work and your positive energy shift have overcome previous obstacles and blocks are lifted away. You can now experience progress and forward movement with your projects. Stay centered in gratitude to ensure that your flow of abundance continues. Pretty sure that this was another one of the cards that showed up for Virgo, but more importantly, a lot of these cards that are in reverse, I know people get, they panic when they see reversals sometimes. But again, the Two of Swords, for example, your overall energy here in reverse means that you're finally, ready to like break free and take some risks, and maybe specifically in partnerships, whether they're business partnerships or friendships or your romantic partnerships, you're ready to finally do your own thing. You're bored with what had been happening, or you're over it. And you're ready to like, okay, I'm going to try what I want now. I'm going to go for this soul's purpose. And that's sort of what your spread says too, right? It's like you've been through it, but now you want to defend what's yours. You've got the warrior spirit. You're like, you've been down, but you're not out. And now you're going to persevere, and you're going to keep fighting. That's what the Nine of Wands is all about. And this is the card that represents you. It's sitting here next to one of these reverse cards, which can be scary, and it's major arcana card, the Devil, which in itself can be scary. But you know what, even looking at it, it's a lot more scary upright. That's true of the card overall, right? Upside down or in reverse, it is about, again, being ready to maybe try other things, or realizing that those things of which I was afraid when it was upright, all those things that they're illusions. They're illusions. I'm not really stuck. I'm not really, there is nothing to be afraid of. If I'm afraid of the dark, I can flip the light switch on. Boom, that problem solved. So it's realizing that you can get yourself out of these things, and you don't have to be stuck. And so that goes and crosses the card that represents your work here, and it sits next to the card that represents your energy overall, and it sits above the one that represents your love life. So any of these areas where you felt stuck, you now know you are not. You're coming to understand that you are not, because your soul is begging you to realize it and say, let's get out of this rut. That brings us to, because I'm all over the place, jumping around, your overall energy for your romance card. It is true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. What's the romance of a lifetime? This destined relationship that they're calling twin flame here. And why am I getting it? Why is it coming to me? Because I deserve it. I deserve it. So the universe stepped in, because I deserve it based on my karma, right? So the universe stepped in, maybe a planet like Jupiter, planet and god of expansion and growth and karma. Maybe he's who's stepping in and lifting these obstacles for me. Jupiter is connected to the sign of Scorpio. It rules the sign of Sagittarius, but is also connected to the fixed signs. That would be Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, and Taurus. So getting back to these, now that I finally made it through all of the oracle cards. You're in the warrior spirit. So you're defending what you want now, and and what you've created for yourself, ideas that you've had that you started building on. You're going to protect them. You're not letting anybody, not even parents, change your mind anymore, or cause you to feel unworthy or defeated. Again, the Devil is in reverse. This is with regard to friends, family, or surrounding energy surrounding you. So it's like in any of your situations that are surrounding you, you are not stuck, and you're realizing that you're not stuck, and how you can free yourself, and do what, move on to enact your plans. Your work and finance card is the Ace of Pentacles, also in reverse. Guess what the Ace of Pentacles in reverse means? That it's time for you to ask for a promotion or a raise and go for it. Tell them what you deserve. Ask for what you deserve. Don't, go crazy and, ask for the sky if you don't even feel you deserve it. Well, wait a minute. I don't want, let me change the wording on that. Because the problem has been that you haven't felt deserving. We're going to ask for what we feel we deserve in consideration of both directions. So we're not going to ask for more than we feel we deserve, or more than the job warrants. Maybe you have to do some research. You can look up by per capita national averages of how much the job that you're seeking pays, and then ask for that based on, okay, I meet this criteria, I'm due this amount. The company I work for isn't paying me nearly that much. I got to see if they're willing to pay me this. And if they're not, I got to go. Yeah. So you're guided. And Virgo didn't have this card, but they had a similar card that told them the same thing. That they needed to ask for a promotion. They needed to be confident about it. Say what they mean what they say. I think it was the King of Pentacles, because that would be fitting for that description. Yeah, and I'm going to have to guide you the same way. In terms of finances, it can be about, let's get back to the deservingness, because it can be about you sort of coveting what other people have and forgetting what you have, and that your blessing is coming too. So it's going to be important in terms of finances when the Ace of Pentacles shows up in reverse, that we don't focus, especially crossing the devil. Okay, that we don't focus too much on money and the material, in like an obsessive way, or what other people have and that we don't. The idea, especially with an overall energy of a 2, 2s also mean faith, is to maintain faith that our blessing is coming. What's meant for us will be for us. It's destined. So we're going to receive it, right? And your card for love is another major. You have two major arcana cards in a 4-card spread. So that's a lot of, heavy energy. It's major arcana card 5, the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is about tradition and like contractual agreements. Doing things the way, they're supposed to be done. Or, society says, or again, maybe your parents say, or whatever. And this Hierophant in reverse, not unlike the other cards that you have, is saying that you are like bored in your relationship. Or if you're single, you're bored being single. You're ready to try the opposite. You're ready to settle down and start looking for somebody. Or, if you're in a relationship and it's just gotten sort of, it's lost its life. And similar to what I said about the 4 of Pentacles and everything, that, that was why I picked it up and stopped on it, because it totally resonated with the rest of your cards. You've got to, if you're interested in repairing it, again, you've got to have a conversation, a mature and genuine, honest conversation about, the fact that you feel like the movement and the growth is stifled, and what you want to do about it, what it is you need out of this relationship in order to make it a positive and a worthy one. Speaking of deservingness. And if not, it's time for you to go. Same thing like I said about the job. It's time for you to go. Further advice to you from the Angel Therapy cards, masculine. Archangel Michael. You're working very closely with this powerful archangel who's protecting and guiding you through this situation. Well, at the end of the week, on the 28th, we have a new moon in Libra. The next day, the 29th, so it really begins on the 28th at sundown, honestly, is Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year. So it's a heightened emotional and spiritual type of energy day. That same day is the feast day on the Christian calendar of Michaelmas, which is a celebration of archangels Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel. So it's a really good time to sort of harness in on their energy if you believe in doing that, if you believe in working with angels and so, and in that respect. Call upon Archangel Michael and, even Gabriel and Raphael along with him to help you through this situation. They want to guide you through the situation. Feminine for you. Ascended masters. So this is, a similar sort of energy. Powerful, loving, and wise spiritual teachers are watching over and guiding you. So the idea is for you to tune in. Masculine, new love. I told you want something new. So this doesn't mean you're going to, if you're married, talking about the Hierophant. Hierophant can be representative of marriage and weddings and stuff. If you're married, it doesn't mean you're going to, up and ask for a divorce necessarily. But again, if you have a conversation about your relationship, if you want to save it, then, that it's the same relationship anew or renewed, right, in a new way. So it's still new love, even if you're with the same person. Your old love becomes your new love. And for those of us who are single and are looking, who may meet somebody over the next 2 weeks that maybe is, our twin flame and our divine, partner that, is for, whom we are destined and vice versa. They are destined for us. That's going to be the new love, if you meet somebody new. Wow. I had already said you had like the most loving cards so far, the most relationship-ish cards so far, and it just keeps going. Dating, which is a very Two of Cups kind of card for me. So it's like your element too, with this big moon here. Moon's a representative of the tarot of this sign of Pisces. The Earth's actual moon rules the sign of Cancer. Of course, moons are about surrender and intuition. And then we have this couple here on a date. So that pairs well with new love and all the other cards that we have. Let me just recap what they are so you can hear them all together. Twin flame, destiny, true love, new love, dating, and the Hierophant. And that's only so far. From the Abundance Oracle, declutter. This is about you getting rid of stuff that doesn't align with your soul and your purpose anymore. So it totally resonates. It couldn't really resonate any better with the other cards that you've had so far. You'll feel better and more focused if you take the time to clear away clutter from your living space and your workspace and your life in general. Donate what you can to help others who may need your items. And be sure to keep your schedule uncluttered as well. Abundance angels to the feminine. Successful funding. Your idea is divinely guided and supported by the same infinite wisdom of God that gave you the idea in the first place. Don't allow money concerns to prevent you from turning it into reality. Because, right, if you focus overwhelming in an obsessive way about money, especially this Ace of Pentacles crossing the devil, you are going to block your blessings. So don't do that. Crowdfunding, partnerships, and other investments are available to you. So that's like an Ace of Pentacles upright. This card of crowdfunding. Masculine. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Remember, parents was here under twin flame. Maybe you're needing to forgive them for having you hook up with somebody you weren't interested in, for making you feel like you couldn't pursue the person you wanted. Maybe they were younger than you. Maybe they were older than you. Maybe they were a different race, a different religion or culture. And, they just wanted you to follow their ideologies. And so you have to forgive them for that. And you got to forgive yourself for having, listened and followed rather than following your heart. Because you should have, coulda, woulda, shoulda, bucked them. You didn't. It's okay. It's a lesson now. Your love life benefits is you forgive your parents. It's not only your parents also. It's any and everybody who's so impactful upon your life that you can't move on without forgiving them. Right? If you have anybody in your life like that, you either need to repair the relationship if there's a desire to do that, the same way I've said about all these other cards, or walk away if there's not. and there's a mature conversation that can be had. Or sometimes we have to do what I call accept the apologies we're never going to get. There's some people with whom we're never going to get closure. They're never going to apologize. We may never even hear from them again. But we have to let that go, because if we carry it, it makes us ill. It lowers our vibration. It raises our blood pressure. It, distends our stomach, abdomen, because we're filling up with stress hormones. It causes us to lose our hair, or for us to go gray, and whatever it is. You guys get the idea of these stress things that I'm talking about. So it doesn't hurt the other person, it hurts you. That's why we have to do that. And lastly, for the feminine, attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So, I mean, that's true in itself. Like you're be present in the moment, and, being lighthearted and all of that. And that is how you will continue to attract not only romantic love, but positive energy in general. This card also has an overall meaning of attraction, as in the law of attraction, which means for any and everything that we want, not just love, but any and everything, we make a focused positive intention, because we can make focused negative intentions too and draw negativity to ourselves. Your thoughts and words that you speak over yourself become your reality. That's what the law of attraction is all about. So if we make sure that we commit ourselves to making those thoughts and words positive, that's what we're going to attract. And of course, that's going to include love. I hope that you guys have enjoyed your astrological reading, Scorpio. I look forward to coming back to you guys in another 2 weeks with another one. Thank you again for joining me, for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. If you would like a personal reading from me or any of the other services I provide, energy healing, we've got all kinds of merchandise on my Social 6 page, like mugs and shirts and tapestry. I know y'all like tapestries and stuff. We got all kinds of wonderful things. So if you're interested in any of those, I'll put the information in the description box. Also, do check out Divine Girl Talk, especially if you have something you'd like to get off your chest, or if you'd like to just join conversations of other people who have shared their situations and stories with us. Do come and join us there, Divine Girl Talk on Facebook. And also a closed group, Divine Oneness, on Facebook, if you're interested in having a little bit more autonomy and not being on a public page. All right, namaste.